everyone. Welcome. It's Tuesday night. And what night is this? It's for some Legends of Saltmarsh. I'm Jay, also known as Neophet3 on your Soul Solution. I will be your GM for the evening. But you know what? Enough about me. We're going to talk to these wonderful players that are sitting around my virtual table that I hopefully will torture just a little bit. But we want to make sure, and we're going to start off with we just Kenya.
Just say Sin. Just say Sin.
Sin, it's you.
Sin.
It's you. Come on.
It's me. What? It's me.
Yes.
Okay. Hi. I'll go first then. This is funny because we had a massive conversation about names and
I was going to fail. I told you I was going to fail. So
it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We're not here for names. So, Aether Sin, also known as Sin. Kenya, is my actual real name from my mom, my pa. Anyway, so yeah, I'm here to play some Saltmarsh. I've never been in the world of Saltmarsh. Super excited. During our 0.5 session 2 weeks ago, my character invented parasailing in D&D, so that was a lot of fun.
Yep.
Good times. I'm playing Mist. She is a very bubbly and energetic Air Genasi monk, and she is just usually in a really good mood, and she has found a new best friend in her Earth Genasi friend on the ship, and we're just gonna see how that works. Okay, I really not, but he wouldn't go parasailing with me. I mean, who doesn't want to go parasailing?
There's still time.
But anyways,
there
is. We technically are still on the boat. So yeah, that's me. You can find me here every other Tuesday until this is 10 sessions I think we're doing on this, and
yep.
8 to 10 sessions. Yeah, and then you can find me on my channel on Sundays where I run a game that's going on 2 years, and it's just a lot of fun. There's some crazy stuff going on. So that's it.
Well, thank you so much. Justin, who are you playing tonight?
Well, hi, everybody. My name is Justin, at Sort1 on Twitter, at Sort2 in the chat. And I will be playing Castron, who is our emo dark, Dampier cleric of the Twilight, because he likes the darkness, and he darkness by choice. Like he can walk around in the daytime, but he likes to hang out in the darkness and heal these fine people when they get in the scraps. So that is who he is playing. That is who I am playing today.
That's important too. So thank you so much, Brandon. Ashenworks, who are you playing?
Well, yeah. Hi, I'm Brandon, aka Ashenworks. I stream on my channel or on Huntsman's Hydra, or I'm here. Otherwise, go to Twitter. And I'm playing Lazuli, who's a non-binary Earth Genasi, who is warming up to the Air Genasi, but will not go parasailing to save his life or their life. Not happening. But yeah, they're a ranger. Beyond that, I got nothing because we're not at subclasses yet.
Thank you so much. And you know what? It just dawned on me. There is an island close to Saltmarsh that would be perfect for parasailing. That might be, in a future episode. So, just throwing it out there. So
pretty sure that's going to get used for a sacrifice, and it's going to be me.
But you do have your favorite sheep, purple sheep. So
yes,
you can always rely on
that. We
that.
can't sacrifice that.
That's not my favorite.
Yes. Thank you so much. Daniel, hey, next, who are you playing?
I'm Daniel /ADRX, and I am playing Violet, a giant himbo catman.
Giant himbo catman. That is awesome. Thank you. So,
and who learned to fly last week?
Yes.
And also had tummy issues.
Yeah,
that were weaponized.
Yes, you weaponized the tummy issues.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And last but never least, Crucian, thank you for joining us tonight. And who do we get to be graced with tonight for the first time.
Oh, hello. I am Cruisin. Usually Cruisin Gal, but everybody knows me as Cruisin. I am having the happiness and joy, which is nothing she does, either one of those things. She does, if it costs money. If she can sell it.
If you can sell it.
So if she can sell it,
Yeah.
she's happy. I am Muse. I am the tiefling sorcerer on this voyage. She is a merchant at heart, and gold talks and people get bought. I don't know. She just, money. Money is her thing. And
Money, money, money.
money. So she's like the opposite of Mist. So there's Mist and Muse, and she's not the happy, joyful, unless you're talking about money.
Oh.
And then she's just your best friend ever.
You know, that might work. That could be fine. So no worries.
Yep.
So before we get started, if you would like to find out what happened and why we've been talking about a purple goat and a whole bunch of other things, go ahead and watch her VOD from 2 weeks ago. And then we are every other week on Tuesdays at 8:30 on here in MTD. So don't miss us. So we're not in every week, we're in every 2 weeks. Also, since we are MTD and taking a page from Jake, the wonderful person that he is, and he's been so kind to allow us to run on his channel, we need to appreciate and acknowledge that if you need help, you are not alone. And that if you do, you can come here at any time and hit the exclamation help button, and the information for you will be there. So you matter. And that is important for all streams on MTD to make sure that you know that. So with that being said, we're going to get into a little Dungeons and Dragons Legends of Saltmarsh. Where we left off.
Now, hold on. One last comment on that sheep.
Yeah.
I want to be very clear. Jay is no longer pretending to mix up if it's a sheep and a goat. It is both a sheep and a goat. Therefore, it's a shapeshifter. Therefore, I'm right.
That's just the GM just moving things around, and hey, it might be a sheep, it might be a goat. No, it's a sheep. It's definitely a sheep. Purple. But it's okay. So where we left off, our wonderful adventurers were coming to the village of Saltmarsh, looking for adventure, looking for gold, looking for reputation, looking to get away. And they were hired by a merchant's guild to escort a dwarven ship filled with mining equipment, some very nice furniture and supplies for a manor, and some additional miners, and some to go to Saltmarsh. During their adventures, they ran into a whole bunch of encounters, which, like I said, go watch your VODs. But we open the scene as suddenly, during the mid-afternoon day, the ship graces upon this small fishing village with a large 250-foot island just off to the left of the harbor. It's a 2-story, like it's the village itself. The docks are in the sea, but then you can see that there's a gradual hill that goes up at the main part of the village. And then off to the left, behind this small island that's just protruding out of the water, is another level of Saltmarsh where the wealthy live. And it's about the same level at 200 feet above sea level. And as you're approaching the dock, the captain's barking out orders, and the dwarves are making sure the sails are down, and things they do to make as the ship kind of comes into shore. Into the harbor, they get in, they mast up, and there's a lot of activity on the ship. The adventurers, you're getting your gear ready and organized. The captain's just barking out orders, get going, make sure it's all on. Don't, and all just chaos is kind of happening for the first like 15, 20 minutes. Is there anything you want to do before you leave the ship?
Well, go wake up Muse, who's been asleep for like 5 days.
She go up to her door, her cabin. Is she? I think she was staying with Mist. Probably, yeah, in the same cabin.
Yeah, we were bunking. Yeah, we were bunking.
Absolutely.
There's not a lot of room, but you know. So, lads, you bang on the door.
Yeah. Yes.
We're docking soon.
Have we docked yet?
Okay, 5 more minutes. Got it, and walks away.
Yep.
I feel like Lazuli and Muse have worked together before, so this is normal.
Kind of. So as the ship sets into dock, stops, gets anchored in and tied off, the crew is starting to get things organized. They're starting to get the supplies going. You can tell that they're running a little late because of the storms and everything that was going on. So they're in a rush to basically get things unpacked and everything else. The captain's up. The first mate gets on shore. And you can kind of hear in the distance, he's probably talking to the harbor master at something. And as the crew is getting up on deck, Tashrin, one of the human sailors comes up to you. Hello, sir. I'd disturb you for a minute.
I'm sorry?
I'm sorry to bother you. I just wanted to say thanks again for bringing me back from the brink. I thought I was a goner there and saw that you saw the light too. Funny thing is, I originally wasn't even planning to be joining you, so I want to thank you for healing me during that battle. I appreciated it.
Yes. It is my honor to do so.
Like I said, I thought I was a goner at the time. It's funny, the story, you know, I wasn't even meant to step foot on the ship because I was supposed to go somewhere else, but by chance I decided to be seagoing, and ever since I've been on here, the ocean's been in my blood. Probably, you know what? You probably saved a future offspring of mine that's probably gonna save the world or something. You know? But again, thanks again. So I appreciate you. You saved my life.
Well, I'm glad that I can help ensure future generations, I guess.
Yes.
It is quite a large burden on myself that I did that.
Well, I don't mean to put a button on you at all, but anyways, and then you hear, Broad River, get your butt moving. Oh, excuse me, I've got to go. So, but thank you again. So, Broad River, move it. Yeah, and he just runs off.
You need to get to work now.
Yes, thank you. And he just runs and just.
I just look at the nearest person to me and I just go, I saved the prodigy.
I almost want to go ruin the timeline. That poor soul who will be with that.
I mean, it is so full of life. I mean, very excited about the prospects of the future. Well, again, my future, I always see that the future is quite bleak. It seems that life in generations will go on further.
Well, good enough, I guess.
Good enough, yes.
So, the ship is docked. There's lots of movement going on top of the ship. They're starting to get supplies. And you're ready to leave the ship if you'd like. Is anyone going to get Muse?
I was gonna say, I think once it actually makes contact with the dock and is all, the door to their shared room will fly open and Miss will step forward and she's got a rope in her hand. She'll look at Muse and, oh, Muse, we have to go. We're here. We're going to explore. It's going to be amazing. And look, we have a friend. And she pulls on this rope and the little purple sheep kind of goes, "Meh," and like follows her. Come on, let's go.
So, okay. I have two questions. One, why are you so excited? Two, is that for sale?
For sale? This is our friend. This is the hero of the ship. Our master. You know, if you came out of your room, you would have known all of the things that happened. You would have seen this ship. This sheep has saved everyone.
Nobody paid me to do all that. I heard it from the room. That.
Do you want to buy the ship? Do you want to buy the sheep?
No, it's the wrong color.
Purple's an amazing color.
No. I did not say it is not the correct color. It's just the wrong color for that sheep.
That's fair.
God, I missed you, Muse.
So, why is it in our room? Why is it here though?
Because they have adopted it. It is a sheep that is supposedly saved the crew of people. I don't understand. I'm with you on this. I don't understand. Sell the sheep, get rid of it. It's just a bird.
So just want to be clear. We're keeping the livestock.
I
guess.
We're not. We're gonna leave it. We should leave it with the captain.
The sheep will go where the sheep wants to go. It will follow the winds of its own path of its life.
I love you, Biff, but I want to point out one small problem. You got a rope in your hand. It's connected to the sheep. The sheep is going to follow wherever the rope goes, so thus wherever you're going. So are we leaving you and the sheep behind so y'all could... Is that what we're doing?
No, I just didn't want the sheep to wander off the ship while it was trying to dock, and then it would fall in the water. And what if it drowned? That's a lot of fleece. It could get really heavy.
That is the nature of life.
I mean, you just said it wanders freely, blah, blah, blah. So if it wandered its little fluffy self right off the ship, I mean, it was a dumb sheep.
Okay, I was maybe going to see if it wanted to go parasailing too. Okay, that's what I was going to do with the sheep.
Oh, you missed the entirety of the parasailing. Oh, Lord.
Did you go?
No. I didn't even want to be on the boat.
Also smart. But being on this boat gives us some money, so I'm fine with that.
Yes.
The only reason I was on the boat.
She takes the rope off the sheep. Go on.
Speaking of.
Go on, little sheep. Go walk off this ship, because apparently that's what you want to do.
And it just kind of walks over and goes over and starts munching on some of the hay in the cargo as a lot of that stuff, the cargo is being moved and organized. And
we're not going to have to pay for that, are we?
No, but you do raise a good point. You should, now that you're awake, Muse, we should maybe negotiate for our pay. Yes?
We haven't been paid yet?
No, we had to go get it.
Oh, y'all woke me up.
That's why we got you.
A threat to help negotiate.
You wanted to get the money. I know better than to let you not get paid.
That's fine. So let's go get paid. We're wasting money and time. We're not bringing that, miss.
No, leave that here.
For the negotiations, we're not taking that
right.
thing.
No, that stays here.
We will talk about afterwards, because I see you're kind of attached to this. We will talk about it afterwards.
If it's meant to be, it will be.
If it's meant to float, it'll float. Let's go.
So exit stage, right?
So as you remember, you were paid to escort the ship here. Once you arrived in Saltmarsh, you needed to go to the the mining company headquarters, which is in the upper echelon manor in the village of Saltmarsh. There, you're supposed to meet with name of Manistrad Copperlocks, and she is a dwarven in charge of the mining company. She will pay you based off of once you arrived. So that's where you go get paid from this particular job once you get off the ship. But as you're starting to make you notice that there's a lot of commotion on the dock, and all the dwarves on the ship are stopped, and nothing is being moved off right now. And there's some heated conversations on the dock, and the captain and first mate seems to be talking to a large human that might be the person in charge, and he's just kind of an older seaworthy dog, just that old sailor looking big muscular guy, and they're barking at each other, and he's just kind of waving his hand as you get a little bit closer. And
Who wants to deal with this?
Muse, he is in your way of getting paid. I think you should sick him.
I like the dwarves. I'll go defend the dwarves.
And the captain's like, no, I want to do. And I don't care what you want. You're not putting it. You didn't put the final. The paperwork isn't in. What do you? And the dwarf's like, what do you mean the paperwork? Copperlocks has got it. I don't care. The captain looks over and Lazu, as you kind of move closer, he looks over at you. Yeah. Do me a favor.
I don't do aggression. Come on.
Please go tell Copperlocks over at that we're having we can't unload it. Please go let her know that we're having problems on the docks. We really need. What I deal with this.
Excuse me. Pardon me. Does that mean we can evacuate this land, this little humans?
If you want to get paid, you can go back. But while you go tell her that we're having problems, we can't get off the ship.
Oh, correct. Just one little bit of information. We can leave, but you can't unlock. You can't onboard your ship.
You can't unload the supplies right now because for whatever reason, he points over this pencil necked individual won't let us unload.
Just want to make sure of that one. Just want to make sure of that one bit of information. We can go, but you are stuck. Correct?
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure. All right, continue, Lazuli.
She's complicated. Don't worry about it. So yes, I'll go talk to Copperlocks. Be right back.
What is the rest of the group going to do? Are you going to join since that's where you're going to get paid, or are you gonna just start walking through the village?
Oh, Muse is gonna go get paid.
Well then, come on. You get paid. I'll get the paperwork. We're good.
Yeah, because he didn't say he was gonna pay us to help him get on block.
No,
and we're not on block. So
I'm doing it because I like the dwarves.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Pro bono is good sometimes.
They're close to the ground. A couple of them want to be adventurous. It's kind of cute.
I mean, they're cute. They're cute.
Apparently, I saved ones, for further generations of dwarves.
Well, that was the human.
Oh,
human. Oh,
yeah.
I mean, they all look alike, don't they?
I was in the shadows.
That's true. Castron spent a lot of time in the dark, as usual, really. But
yeah, and like right now, he's kind of looking around and just kind of.
We need to talk about that a bit, Castron. Like
we need to get you an umbrella. Why haven't we gotten you?
Yeah.
Again, I am not sensitive to the sun. I just don't.
No, but you don't. You like the shade, so why don't we get you an umbrella or like a fancy hat or something?
Ooh, a parasol. I think a parasol looks better on you. Let's think.
I'm not the height of fashion as I sit here in my leather armor and a shirt. But I at least know a parasol is worth having.
Bows, lace. I mean, my friend.
I
We're
am
doing
the
this as
dark-
we're walking, by the way.
Yeah, we're doing
kind of
this as we're
walking,
walking.
talking.
No,
I'm just saying, a dark parasol, black gloves.
It's kind of, and that and what he wears is like monk robes. That's what he's wearing. It's just like a monk, like a white monk robes. And so
Oh.
he's just like, that would be it fancy for me, I guess. I don't
And
really want to
effective. Worth your
Effect-
money.
effective to block out the sun. I agree. Yes.
And fashionable at the same time, darling.
But you are the expert.
But I am. So we're getting paid, correct? How much did they tell us we were going to get paid again? I am confusing.
if I recall, looking at my notes, because of course they're right in front of me, wouldn't they be? You were getting paid 100 gold for the week.
Oh, so 200 gold. Awesome. Thank you. Sound in the sky.
So as you're making your way into the village, you're seeing it. It's a fishing village. It's not new. I mean, it's been around for a while, and it looks like new amenities are just starting. There's some fresh buildings being built, some more homes. There's been definitely some new stores, but there's also a lot of older buildings. Yes.
What's the condition of the road system? Is this like dirt road, muddy?
They're dirt
Or-
roads, but there's also some paved. So there's
Okay.
actually there's a nice bridge. So it's not too muddy, although because of the weather, there's still a little wet in the areas, but it's been drained enough so it's you're not walking through mud or anything necessarily like that. In roll 20, if you happen to be looking in roll 20, there is the map of Saltmarsh, and you've docked over by number 19 dock area, and number 5 up on the top is where you have to go for the miner headquarters. So it's going to take you a little while, maybe 30 45 minutes maybe of a brisk walk to kind of get to that through that area and get up to the captain's area or the companies. Oh,
So,
well, one moment, please.
uh-oh.
You want that fancy global illumination,
Ye-
or to just get rid of the fog of
I
war?
just get rid of the fog of war because I've got. Thank you for that. I was looking at something else that was. And well, that didn't do it. We're just going to do it we're going to do it the old fashioned way because, that's what we're going to do. And, oh, no, it's off right now.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yep.
but,
All right,
Yep, we can see it.
there we go. All righty. Thank you for that information.
Now we don't have those numbers. Just as a heads
Oh, you
up,
don't?
we do not have those numbers.
No, this
No,
is the player
I
mode.
see 31, and that's it.
Yeah, that's the only one I can see.
So I'll have to really readjust it. So right here, this building right here, that's
All right.
the
Southern end of the map.
Yep.
Yeah.
so right there
Down
is
here.
that's the mining company that you're going to.
Okay.
Nice.
It's a nice manner. So I mean, as you're walking through the village on the main road, you're like I said, you're seeing a market here. There's a lot of different buildings around. You're getting through. There's a nice bridge that's walking, and you're kind of making your way up to the nicer part where the mansions are, things of that nature. Whichever direction you would like to go, completely up to you. If you want to go a little bit more towards the island or towards inland, you're more than welcome. There's a nice wall that's protecting that side of. But as you're making your way over to this particular manor is built from stone, and it's probably one of the first manors that was built in town. So it's got a little bit few decades of age to it, but it's still kept up quite nicely. And as you kind of enter the two large wooden double doors, there's a nice little lobby that you're kind of going in. There's some dwarves kind of coming and going, and the first thing you see is what appears to be a female dwarven cleric with some blonde and black streaks in her hair, a little bit of a beard going, and she kind of just looks up at you and she's like, "Hello, how can I help you?"
Here for Copperlocks. Copperlocks.
Miss Copperlocks, yes. Do you have an appointment?
Yeah. We were hired to help the boat that just came into port.
Oh, yes. She's expecting you. Well, one moment, please. And she kind of gets up from her seat and kind of runs down the hallway a little bit and kind of opens up the door. You kind of, "They're here, madam. They're here. Would you like them?" You hear this, "Send them in." It's like, "Yes." And she kind of comes back and it's like, "Yes, Miss Copperlocks will be able to see you now. Follow me." And she walks you down the hallway and opens the door and whisks you into this nice, beautiful office. It's probably more of not a sitting room than anything else that's been converted into an office. This large, nice wooden table. There's lots of papers all over it. There's another desk over to the side and some lanterns on the walls. And it's a nice manor that's been converted into a headquarters. But like I said, it's quite not messy, but it's more disorganized because papers and journals and books and everything is just kind of strewn over in different locations. And you see this very strong looking female dwarf. And she kind of, as she gets up, she greets you with a smile a little bit. But she's got the nice full beard. Her hair is brought back. And she's just wearing more kind of leather clothing, comfortable clothing. And she's like, you've arrived. It's about time. Good job, gents and ladies. Come on in. Come on. Don't be shy.
I mean, I'm neither, but sure. And Lazuli walks in.
Yes, you can call me Many Stud or Copperlinks, whichever the one. And you are from the ship, correct? Who am I addressing at this time?
Lazuli.
Lazuli. And your was the
Muse whispers to her, "Do we have a name?"
No.
Yeah, like
No, we don't.
as a collective.
No,
Do we?
not- No, we were
Okay.
supposed to talk about that tonight, I think.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, nice to meet you. My name is Muse.
Well, nice to meet you too, Muse. And looks like the rest of you
Violet. Hi.
Violet, okay?
I like flowers.
Okay. This
Under her breath, Muse goes, "Violet, that's not the time to talk about floral things."
Alrighty. But yes.
They're from the ground. I thought that was a
No,
good relating
Violet.
point.
Violet, you can just your name. That's fine, sweetie. Just your name.
All right. And she turns quickly over to Catherine. And you, your name?
I am Castron.
Nice to meet you, Catherine. And the last one there.
Oh, hello. Hi. I'm Muse.
Muse?
Or I'm Mist. Read her name, sorry. I'm Mist.
That's all right. So you're the individuals that escorted the ship to the
Oh, yeah. It was amazing. It was a wonderful trip. It was so great. There was a storm and there was just all kinds of neat things. And then we were attacked.
Yes.
Yes, I got the full report. As she kind of looks over and you see a stone with arcane symbols on her desk. Yeah, the captain informed me you defended the ship quite well. I have to
We did.
thank you very much for that. That's why you're going to get
You're very
paid.
welcome. We are.
About the captain.
What-
I think Lazuli, you have a message.
Oh,
that
I
you
was gonna
wanna-
wait until you were done, but they're having trouble unloading. Something about additional paperwork,
What are you talking about? There should be unloading right
and
now.
I will I will relay the happenstance at the dock. I would just say they're fighting with some pencil pusher who's complaining about paperwork, Kind of just seemed like a not great person, but I'm not one to give opinions.
Yes, I
They-
do believe harsher
they did
words
it-
were said.
They didn't
Yeah.
even care that it was for you.
Yeah, we feel like,
Um,
since we were coming here to do our payments, that, making you abreast of the fact that your goods are held up at the docks would be very interesting to you.
You see
Side
copper
note,
locks. Yes, Daniel.
our contract said we only had to protect it till it got into the port, right? We shouldn't have
no,
left
we're
anybody there
doing
to protect it
No,
now.
no, 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 no. We're doing
no,
overtime.
That guy
we're
was
good.
legit,
We're
right?
doing
good.
Okay.
overtime, sweetie.
Yeah,
We're doing
we're good.
overtime.
So you can physically, copper locks is physically getting angry. You can see some of the blood vessels and her just starting to get fumed.
And Muse cuts in and she goes, "Ah, but
And before you
we
finish,
can-
suddenly she grabs out of nowhere. You have no clue. She reaches behind her. She grabs an axe, a hand axe, slams it into her desk, and just starts running like, "I'm going to the docks to sort this bullshit out."
Wait,
And she starts leaving the office.
Wait, we were
No, 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 no.
offering to.
no. Miss Ma'am.
Not
She
again.
just charges out of the manor, steam.
See, I should have just kept on my mind and just got paid
What
and
would
just
you
kept
like to
on.
do?
I was
See, I told you to wait until I was done.
well, I was trying to angle it, so maybe we could have gotten.
There is
more
a
money.
broken desk in front of us. We could see.
Yeah,
if-
I'm gonna ask. I was about to say,
I
I'm gonna ask
mean,
the
at
secretary how
this
many desks
point-
she goes through a week.
I am about to ask the secretary the same thing and see if I could procure myself.
She's like, the secretary comes back and says, "Oh no, not again.
Oh,
Oh,
again. Ooh.
are you
and-
supposed to wait or follow her? What did she say?"
She said you were to supply the money that we are owed.
Oh, well, I
Yes.
have it prepared for her, but she actually has to give the money out. She should be back shortly. It shouldn't take too long, and that much
darling,
bloodshed.
darling. I have a question.
Yes.
Where does she usually buy her discs?
Oh,
Since
well, we have them shipped in from a location. There's also a woodworker in town that seems to be making some of them, but we're kind of on the last one. She kind of destroyed
okay, so
the
she
last
will be in the market for a new disc, is what you're dealing with.
well, it still looks intact. It just has an accident.
And she goes, okay. And she kind of pushed, like, and she's like pushes the axle over until it actually goes. And now she's like, oh, I don't know. It's in two now.
It's solid in there because she put it. If you're
Oh,
trying,
she's
if you're
I'm weak. Nope, I'm weak. I'm spindly arms
All
and
right.
spindly
Do
body.
you want that axe? Can I, while all this kerfuffle is going on, do a surreptitious scan about the room?
oh yeah.
Just to, see what's going on here?
Yeah, not gonna make you roll. There's paperwork. There's a lot of paperwork going around. There's a nice office. There's some books. There's mining information. There's company information. There's paperwork for taxes and laws and reports back to the kingdom. And there's just a lot of just your busy work in the office.
Which totally makes sense to someone who's only ever lived in a hut in a swamp. I totally know what all of this is.
I step forward to the secretary and I give her this look and I say, I sincerely understand your situation, but what you must understand is that I am a cleric and I, as a cleric, relying on this money to make sure that I am able to get a new post here in town, so I'd be able to heal the sick and the wounded. And without that, I cannot be able to, cannot find a place to stay. Is there any way that you could find it in your heart to get me the money that I am owed so that I am able to achieve what I need to do? And full on either smoldering or or
Puppy dog eyes.
puppy dog eyes,
It amuses me that you like this, like,
and in his cleric robes and everything. He's just like, is it anything anyway?
what is he?
I'm not my job. Sorry. And she kind of. It shouldn't take long. She'll be right back. She'll be just right back.
I will say this woman knows what she gets paid to do and what she doesn't. I applaud her for that. That being said, that other guy seemed like an asshole, so I'm gonna go make sure she doesn't completely murder him, but he does get justice served, so Lazuli's gonna leave. Y'all can stay. I'm just going where the fun probably is.
I look at Muse like this give this like side look of like, well, I tried, of just
She's
like
been looking at you like. She's like,
You tried, honey. You
we're
tried.
working on it.
Bless your heart.
It was good, and then you started talking about sticking the homeless. Nobody cared about them.
oh.
You were good, and then you went there.
It's my calling to take care of sick.
Well, I get that, but this is not everybody else's, and she got a job, and she doesn't care. So let's go find our money, because our money went running out the door apparently, because she can't
And
give
so
it.
did Lazuli, and then I just run after him.
So we
I'm
ran
actually
after them.
casually walking, but
Time.
thank you.
Mist, I was waiting to say Mist actually, when the woman left, she was going, she was like, oh, and she just followed the woman out the
Okay.
door.
Mist
as
has
she
been gone
left.
this whole
So,
time. It's
Mist has
been
been
gone.
gone the whole time. Like, nobody knows. She's just been like off.
And then Violet, you're looking around and you start noticing that everyone starts leaving. Are you going to stay in the office and just keep watching, or are you going to join them?
Violet is going to very stealthily grab what he thinks looks like the most important piece of paper on the desk, which is probably literally a shopping list from 5 weeks ago, and then leave.
I'm going to say the payroll information for the miners.
Okay.
even better.
All right.
Do any of us notice this pilfering of paperwork?
Y'all
Yeah.
left. And then I'll follow everyone.
Yeah, you left. So, actually, give me a sleight of hand. Oh no, stealth or sleight of hand.
Either or.
Either or. Yeah. Which would you like? Stealth or sleight of hand?
I prefer stealth. That's an 18.
Oh yeah, yeah. You grabbed it, you stuck it in, and the receptionist right there. You see a she's actually got a placard. It says Agatha, Hearthgold. Nice little plaque on there, and she kind of looks up at you and she smiles, and you just she has no clue whatsoever, and she watches. And as the group is following Copper, she's just huffing and she's moving, and she gets down there much quicker than you because, like I said, it sounds like you're taking a little bit more time. Except for Mist, are you keeping your distance and just following her the same distance the entire time?
No, she's just openly, she's not trying to be sneaky about it. She's just kind of marching along with.
Okay.
She's probably honestly even talking, and the woman's probably not listening to her. She's probably like a little and then we did this, and then I invented this thing where you hold on to a rope, and she's just talking away.
Yeah. Okay. So she charges down, and then when everyone's gonna hear this as you get a little bit closer because the volume level. She starts getting in and just starts yelling at this harbor master. Bardon, I told you that the paperwork's on. I don't. And the human's like, the paperwork, you're supposed to give it to me. And Copper was like, I put it on your desk. You're standing right there. You know that paperwork's there. But I don't have the paperwork with me now, so I don't know. And they're just going back and exchange and yelling. And Copperlink's like, if you don't want everyone to know your monthly visits to the brothel to be public and your wife, you better unload now. At which point Vorn is like, the harbor master's like suddenly gets visually shaken. Yeah. Prime Water isn't the only one that knows stuff around here. You know, shit around here. And Vorn's like, fine. And just turns around and walks away. And just like, let him unload. And just walks away. And you hear the rest of the dwarves and everyone in the captain like, you had them, get it going. And they just start unloading. And Copper's just and kind of looks back at you all. I assume you want to get paid, don't you?
You also yelled loud enough that I'm pretty sure his wife heard that, but sure, keep the blackmail.
Good for her. All right, let's get you paid. Come on. And the long trek back as you're kind of going.
See, I was really worried you were going to kill him. That's the only reason I came down.
That's why I put the axe in the desk, or I would have.
Oh.
About the desk. Oh,
It's good self-control.
Probably not the time.
I heard you guys swing a pretty mean sword and axe yourselves. And something about flying in the air.
Oh, that was the other one. Yeah.
The captain told me about it. You guys, you're all good. And she kind of stops for a second, and she just, you realize a thought just came back into her head. She's like,
oh no.
And she looks back at the ship.
No.
And she looks forward at you. How about this? I know you want to get paid. And I'm willing to pay you right now. And we can go back to you and pay you. But I need some help. I'm willing to give you some more coin for it, if you're up for it. Or you could just go back with me and I'll get you paid and you can go on your merry way. But you see that because of all the delays, a part of the shipment is getting the people that were supposed to deliver it aren't going to be able to deliver it. And I need someone, once it gets unloaded, to deliver it to a mansion outside of town. It's an easy job. You just need to bring it there and unload it. That's all.
I got 2 questions.
Yes.
1, can we get at least half of our payment from before? I mean, we need to buy food and stuff first. 2nd, when you say shipment on that ship, is it a box or is it a thing?
Well, they're going to unload it onto some wagons, and all you need to do is bring the wagons to the house, unload it. It's just a lever or two. Maybe there's some furniture and some wood supplies. Not so much.
Okay. Just wondering, there was just a thing on
But
the ship.
I'll pay you 30 gold pieces each for 3 hours of, well, probably 6 hours, because it's going to take you 2 hours to get there, 2 hours to get back, and 2 hours to unload. 6 hours of work for 30 gold, additional to the 100 I owe you.
Can we up that to 40 so we can get some food?
You want 40, huh? Desperate.
I'm desperate, hungry.
No, there's no diploma. I've got to double check my
Right.
persuasion. Yeah, give me a persuasion check.
$22. Yeah.
Wow.
There's our charisma. I wondered where it went.
Yeah, definitely.
She was in her room sleep. She goes, I mean, we have to eat.
Yes, you do.
Literally save the ship, yada, yada.
All right. I'll pay.
Save your stuff from being unloaded. I mean,
yeah,
I think
I got it. Okay, you're good at it.
50
Yep, I got it. We're gonna 50 gold. 50 gold. Come back in an hour and grab the stuff. It should be ready for you in a half hour, and then deliver it to the mansion outside. It's just west of town or north of town. Excuse me. You can't miss it. It's the only new mansion out there. It's just getting built.
Okay.
And it's some
Okay.
mage or alchemist out, crazy wealthy mage alchemist that lives out there. So it's for his house.
Alchemist, you said.
What's that?
Alchemist, you
He's a
said.
mage or an alchemist, some eccentric, guy who's built a house out there.
Eccentric.
So
They tend to be a little bit volatile. I mean, this might be a little bit. Well, we'll
you
see.
get 50 gold.
And
for it.
one more. Yes, I heard
Each.
that. Also, yes, I know that also. Is there a when we're finished? We do need to hunker down for the night. Do you have any?
The wicker goat might have something for you. That's the popular tavern in town. Go talk to them.
Okay. Do you have any like friends and family benefits there where we could say copper
Not at this time, but
slots?
you can do your best to charm the owner.
Oh, thank you. Male, female, just information
Male.
ahead of time.
Name's
Okay.
what is it? Larkick, I think is his name, something like that.
Good to know. Well, so we will take some of that payment now, and then
All right, come on.
We should get our week's wages and half of the new money, right? Up front.
Don't push it too much, Violet. Don't push it.
Just-
Well, I mean,
We're getting paid for a week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're taking
Okay.
on a new job to go see a volatile person. We should get some sort of upfront payment for that.
We are getting some of that. That's what we're doing right now.
Eccentric, volatile. He's just a wizard and alchemist. Alchemists aren't violent.
I'm a sorceress and I'm volatile. So anything with music is volatile. It's just
Yeah, really. Muse is the only one we know. So there you go.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
yeah.
So as you make your way back in, Agatha's looking like, oh, she's like, make sure you send over a whiskey to Vorn just to make sure things are smoothed over. And Copper goes into her office and she goes and pulls out from one of the cabinets a few bags, and she starts tossing some bags on the table. All right. And she had them pre-measured already. So there's 100 gold in the 5 bags that she throws on the table. And then she grabs another larger bag, kind of comes over and puts her hand in and starts putting out 20 gold piles each. There's your 100 for the
25.
job.
Yeah, 25 for this one.
You get 20 now. Make sure you go get the job done and come back. And if you'll get the rest 30. And if you really
Okay.
want, you could stop by. I might have some more work for you.
Okay, that sounds good enough. Directions?
Go talk to the first mate has all that information on it, and everything should be loaded for you. So all you have to do is drive the cart up and you're good.
All right. Well, nice doing business with you, and we will see you later.
Yes. Thank you. Agatha! And she runs
So-
in and
Really late. It's just screaming.
Always
I'm-
aggressive.
I'm gonna wait until we're outside, and then talk to Muse and go. Wait, I thought you said 40. We're getting 50 now. I missed some. That was smooth.
Oh, no. I did say 40 at first, and I started
That-
saying
that
50. See, that's how you work that out. Now,
That was
you
smooth
listen
as
to what
stone.
happened
Love
right
it.
there. Did you see what happened? You don't give them a sad story. You discombobulate them.
I
Some sorcerer stuff.
like to appeal to the hearts of men.
Yeah, men ain't got no hearts. They got other things, but they ain't got hearts, sweetie.
Well, Muse, I think it's your
Hmm.
smile. Whenever you start talking about money, you get this very warm and genuine smile on your face that I just think
Yeah, I warmly,
Just
genuinely
sounds-
want to take their money.
I know, and I think that it just you just have a great smile. I just wanted you to know that.
Well, thank you, miss. It's not going to help us get this package, so let's go.
All
Oh,
right.
by the way, I did promise we would talk about your friend on the ship. So I guess this is the best time ever to talk about your friend on the ship list. If it hasn't drowned itself already.
Oh, the sheep? The sheep was just on the ship and it was the
Mm.
mascot. I mean, it's not my sheep. I don't have any claim to it. Are you going to buy me a sheep for my birthday?
Bye.
No,
I thought we
I
agreed
can't
if,
do
if
that one.
it was meant to be, the sheep would just blow into our
Oh,
path.
that's right.
Yeah,
that is
in the
correct.
winds.
Because that's
Yeah.
usually how things in the wind work, is that they blow back
Yeah.
to you.
That's
Right,
true.
right.
That's true. That's very true. Yeah.
Oh.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
so that was a good discussion about the sheep. Let's go.
So as you make your way back to the dock, the first mate's there, and a lot of things are still getting unloaded and stuff like that. There's actually two carts already on the side on the dock, full of some nice furniture, some nice sconces, and very fine pieces of wood. There's some building materials of extraordinarily expensive taste on here. And it's all wrapped, and there's two carts full of it. And the first mate's down there, giving more directions to everything else. And he kind of looks over, and the captain yells down. And as you're getting closer, he kind of waves back up, and once he sees you, he recognizes you again. He's like, I've been told you're going to take the cart up to the house, to the manor outside of town, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
that is what we've been tasked to
Okay.
do now.
So the two carts with horses right there. Yeah, just take it up. It's just east of town, 2 miles. You can't miss it. Take the road out. Can't miss it. It's on the bluff.
What I have missed is we don't have a name.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. He kind of goes over and he starts looking at some paperwork and going through his paperwork and stuff like that. Like, oh yeah. McKester. It's the McKester Manor. MAKASTER. McKester. Some alchemist, merchant, or whatever, some wealthy dude. He ordered a whole bunch of stuff to help build his manor and his house way off outside of town. So this is some of the rest of his stuff.
Can I ask another question? Is that heavy? Did we get a horse?
Yeah,
Or it's just
you got 2 horses on each
Two
cart. There's 2
Okay.
carts, 2
Okay,
horses.
good.
Yeah, you're going to be able to.
Okay.
And you.
Muse stands and looks at the horse. She goes, "Okay, so which one of you guys knows how to use these things?"
I wouldn't call myself proficient, but I drove a horse or two.
Also,
I'll
can
take a
try.
cart.
Kestran, you got the other one?
See no one else volunteering, and then he just walks over and just gets in.
I mean, I can try. I've never driven a cart, but it should be fun.
No, I can do
And
it.
animals like me.
Do they now?
This is true.
Yeah, Kestran, I mean, love you dearly, but you kind of droopy, not droopy, dark. Animals might not too care for the shadow
The
realm.
sheep was actually quite taken with me. I was the one
That
rejecting
sheep
it.
was, well, something was wrong with that sheep.
I know. I know.
Yeah. That's not normal. So I think let's try miss out for a second. If we don't die,
Very well. And then I just go into the back of the cart, and then I get into like the dark space.
exactly.
Like I find like a little dark space, and I just climb into the little hole. I'm just gonna sit back in there.
Violet, sweetie, what you gonna do?
And everything's loaded,
Yeah,
right?
it's all loaded for you. Yeah, you're just.
Yeah, I'll ride in a cart. This will be new for me.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a lot of carts or horses in the swamp, so this will be fun.
Okay. All right, Julie, where were you going?
I'll
You
keep a
doing
lookout.
this one? You doing this one, and then Miss,
I
you
just-
doing the other one?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll go in the one with Mist. So we don't.
So any, mini, miny, mo. Like, who's gonna kill me the most? Lazuli, I'm coming with you.
I was about to say I talk the least, so I feel like you're better with me.
Well, I don't think you're gonna kill me either. This one might just take off in the
Yeah.
wrong direction.
I would not do that.
I
We are
believe
on a
you.
mission.
You might take it to hang glide. I don't know.
That
It would be an efficient way to
Accurate.
move them.
That would.
That would. That might be a good idea.
I
Can you
flew.
wind
Go with
this
Mist.
away? Can you use a
yep.
cyclone and just
As you're pulling away off the dock, away from the dock, on the way into the city or the village, heading out, you hear in the distance.
I swear to God.
Miss kind of
Draw
like
the
looks
bow.
back. She's like, oh.
Go away.
Can we see it? Can we see it?
Sitting on
Oh, we
top
just
of
hear
the
it.
edge of the ship, looking out at you, going. "Ah."
Tell me to take the shot. I'll do
Do
it.
it. Take the shot.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
Would you describe its look
Oh.
as wistful or?
Yeah, is it like, don't leave me? Is
Desperate.
that the look we're looking at?
It's like, it's almost as it's saying goodbye. I was,
Oh.
it's like,
Oh,
it's like sad that you're leaving.
bye.
oh, see ya.
I'm gonna yell at it in Sylvan and say, I know you're secret shapeshifter, and just keep driving.
Folks, I'm going to be playing this up. This is going to be an entire. We're going to find out.
I'm not taking care of this
The
thing.
end of
I'm
the
not doing
series.
it.
At the end of the series, we'll find out if it's a shapeshifter or not. That's what we're gonna go for.
The normal sheep.
Oh,
Not
my
normal.
God.
Sheep.
I
No.
love it. I love it. So you make your travel. It's like I said. It's only you make your way through the village. You're getting a nice view of this fishing village, but it's got a lot of them. It's starting to grow. It's the mine that's been opened up. There's a lot more people that are coming to town. There's a lot more merchants coming to town. There's more infrastructure that's being built, more housing, more shops. And some of it is pretty old, but some of it is starting to look newer as it's just more recently being built. And you make your way through the village.
No, I heard about this in Bowler's Gate. They call it what's it called? Gentrification. I think that's the word they call this stuff. It's pretty interesting. We might want to buy something now while it's the value.
Wow, it's cheap. Yeah.
Yes,
and,
while it's
you know,
cheap.
who knows? In 150 years, it might be a set of apartments or something.
It could be like a huge, slum lords, I think is what they call them.
150 years is a really good length of time to really see a significant amount of change.
Yeah.
And
I feel like we buy swaths of land and we just build these small little things on top of each other.
I could maintain it for us all.
you could, and then you could actually watch the next generations come in and
And the next generation.
Yes. That
I'd love
is
to
my
see it.
curse.
I was to see the campaign just become Stardew Valley, but
Yeah. but in Saltmarsh,
Legends of Saltmarsh, get your start here.
10
I mean, we already got furniture.
I was just about
And
to say
a
that,
livestock.
Muse. I was about to say, we do have this load of furniture.
And there's swaths of land that could be. But we
put a
already
pin
got
in it for
furniture.
now.
Yeah, but we
Let's
will
get a
come
little
back
bit
to
of-
this. Investment.
let's get a little more money, and we'll just open up a competing tavern. It'll be great.
Swaths of land, though. You have to get all the land, and then you
No, but we need something
it.
to make money while we're building the houses.
this stuff. What we doing? Just do a lot of jobs, get the money, buy all the land, and then sell it for like 500% markup.
I've actually heard of this thing where people buy really run down homes and then make them nice and then sell them for a
Oh.
profit.
Yeah, but there's not much here yet.
But we
Yeah.
could start doing that with just the few that are here, and then that can make the money.
You could sell it the next generation. Yeah, because you're gonna be here forever. So
I know.
I think we're causing an existential crisis. Let's not do that.
So yeah, we're gonna
No,
need to get cast with some passive income
It is fine.
to live forever.
yeah, something to remember us by. You know.
I did not ask for this curse. It was unfortunately put upon me, but you know, I do have to try to
know
make the
that
best of
feeling
it.
all too well.
Why?
What curse do you got?
Not worry about it.
Something was.
So how
thrust
long until
upon
we get
you?
there?
I am worried now.
I'm worried, right? Is something wrong with you?
No, everything is fine. I am exactly the same as the last time you saw me, Muse.
Oh, now I'm real worried. See that kind of statement.
A matter of fact, what do you expect?
Inside check. Inside check.
Oh
Give me
yeah,
an
go for
insight
it.
check.
Go for it. I'm not rolling anything because I'm not lying.
No, but as a GM, I'm going to throw something out there just for entertainment value.
19.
Yeah, he's not lying, except he might be going on the tail end of his voice. Be that.
Got replaced by the sheep.
Did she hear that part? She goes, come again. Come again. Just,
Well, I
just
just
say
said
that sentence again.
Yeah, the sheep just kept going bah bah bah. It was real annoying.
Yeah, and then you're just like, oh, you misheard something. Yeah, he's telling the total truth.
Yeah.
Muse. It just the sheep in your back of your head. You thought he ended a sentence with a ba or something like that, but yeah, he was talking. That's what it was. Yeah, you missed. He's not lying at all.
She files that away in things to remember, and she goes, "All right, well, let us know if that changes."
If you want to talk, I am always here for you.
I mean, he's the king of curses, so
Yes.
he will always be there for you, literally, like forever. Have we made it to the house yet?
Yes, after a 2+ hours of it's only about 2 miles,
that.
but 2-3 hours. It's gonna slow ride as you get there. You see this beautiful new mansion, this house, it looks like a 3-story, just beautiful house. There's this nice, beautiful stone wall with brand new iron gates that kind of leads you in, that kind of surrounds this beautiful mansion just on the bluff overlooking the sea. This is a perfect view for a house and a home or a manor. It's beautiful. The sea coming in. It's a little cloudy, and as you kind of come in, there's the metal gate, and you see the name on it in a kind of in a wood. It says Melcaster Manor. And if you want to push through the gate, there's no lock or anything on it, so you could kind of move towards the end and get closer into the house if you'd like.
Before we get closer to the house, we stop outside the gate. She goes, "So, what do you guys think's gonna happen here? I say abomination or undead."
I mean, I thought we were delivering furniture.
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, the furniture is fine, but I'm saying what's gonna find in
I'm
the house.
going animated objects.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good
So
one.
just constructs in general. I'll take constructs.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I mean, because it's not a necromancer, so I guess undead is kind of a bit far-fetched.
I believe he said they said the alchemist lives here, so clearly this is transmogrified place.
Mm.
Aberrations is a good one. Oozes could be oozes.
Oh, yes. Yes.
But I also would like to say that a well-earned delivery in which we deliver the furniture and we go home.
That is true. We didn't have to.
That's
We just
plan
had to,
A.
we
That is
just
plan
had
A.
to-
We don't have to talk to him. He not paying us. She paying us.
No.
But how do
we should park. We should park and start unloading.
park, knock, leave?
Well,
Do you think-
well,
Do you think we'll get a tip?
Did we have to bring the wagons back?
So
Yeah.
you hear tip, you say tip, and you see me go, oh, he is kind of rich, isn't he? Yeah.
Oh, miss. No. No.
What? What? I just asked. I mean, I've had things
Got-
delivered
you
to
got me.
locations before, and I
That's-
give them like a copper or a silver because they did a good job.
All right. Lazuli's parking the wagon. We'll let them have their conversation.
can I,
Lazuli's
before we
gonna
go through
start
the
unloading.
Yes, Violet.
okay.
Well, okay, Violet.
Well, I heard a lot of magical words that I don't really know what they all mean. So can I do like a quick reconnoiter around the gate and the front of the property and check for tracks and see if any of these weird creatures that they're talking about have been in and out of this place?
Sure. Give me a nature check or survival.
Oh, yeah, neither's great. 13.
You're looking around. There doesn't seem to be any tracks or an unusual thing. It looks like a nice, well kept garden and landscape of a
It looks
wealthy
like a big
manor.
tip. Looks like a big tip.
A new wealthy
looking out,
built
man.
manor. And it's, as you can see, like sections of the house isn't even finished being built yet. There's like some of the awnings and stuff that you're pretty sure that is in the cart go on some of the outside, and you're pretty sure that this is the last bit of maybe stuff that needs to be to finish the house.
Yeah, this is what we can aspire to once we, built the land, the land and generated the money, and
Exactly.
something we can aspire to.
The tracks around here are very interesting. There could be all kinds of flying magical creatures just everywhere. Now that I know that that's a thing.
Violet, you said fly. You know what? Yes, yes. Flying creatures leave tracks on the ground.
I'll keep
Yep,
my eyes on the sky.
I will
No,
go.
I
Go ahead.
was going to say, I think Violet made the correct connection that flying creatures don't leave tracks. So then immediately thought flying creatures.
To look up. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you
Who does?
keep looking it out, Violet.
We'll
We got
make a
this.
hunter out of you one of these days, Violet. Anyways, Castron, you were saying.
I am going to go and knock on the door. Everybody get ready.
Just as
Yeah,
you're walking up to the door bursts open. Because you've been sitting out there for quite some time, and suddenly this, I want to say you're looking at this mid-40s gray, slightly pepper, dark brown, little bit of white here, kind of long, medium hair, human, wearing some like almost wizard's robes, but not so much. He's got a belt, it's nice silk, and he's coming up and he's like, is this my stuff?
This is your stuff, sir.
Yes. Yes. I've been waiting for. You're late. What happened? Why is it late? I told coppers you should have been busy. But you're
oh,
here.
that's all.
You're here.
There was an issue at the dock.
Okay. Please bring it in and just I paid for front entry door delivery. So just dump it at the front, just in the front room right here,
Oh,
and we'll be all good. Thank you.
How much you paid for that delivery?
I already paid
the front
Kappa.
service?
I already paid.
No. I'm just wondering, because we might be thinking about, so just trying to figure out how much delivery to the front door versus the back door costs if we were to
all
do that
in
service.
the negotiations for the delivery. I've been waiting for my property for a good month.
I get that. We're new, see. We're helping out.
Yeah.
We're helping out. So
we're just learning the local economy.
right. So we're trying to get accustomed to the customs, if you
Like
understand.
if we did another moving job like this,
Mhm.
how much is it expected that be whatever? I'm not charismatic. I'm unloading stuff.
Yeah, just leave it there. So I'm just wondering, like, we're new. We're thinking about like probably like bunkering down here. So we don't know quite the customs yet, and so we're trying to help out Copper Blocks with this delivery. We just got off same
You
boat.
talk a lot. I see that.
I do, and you haven't answered yet, and that's what I'm trying to get to. So how much was this?
Let's come up with an answer, so that's how we get it to
Can
stop.
someone roll me a d6, please? Anyone? Who would like to roll a d6?
Sure, I'll do it.
Not doing it. I know better.
4?
4.
Violet. As you're in this process, you notice that this gentleman is looking at you intently. You're cat, feline descent. A tabaxi, correct?
Yeah, I'm from the Swamp Kitty people. We live in a swamp at about a week's sail from here.
Which swamp again was that?
I don't. It's the only swamp we know, so we don't really have a name for it. It's just the swamp, but we're called the Swamp Kitties. Kitty.
The swamp. And he suddenly is remembering something, as if something from his past, and something just like you could see that he's just fixed on something, and he's making this hand gesture of like, kitty, swamp kitties, okay.
I'm gonna walk up and smell his hand as he does that.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Is that not a thing that people do here?
No,
Sorry.
that smelling people is sometimes offensive. I'm not offended, but some people might be offensive. But do you have a scar on your shoulder? Back of your shoulder. Do you have a scar?
I have lots of scars from lots of different fights and things. Yeah.
May I see?
I guess I'd look around at the group and be like, "Is this a thing people do?"
This no.
On your
sorry.
neck right here. Is it? You have a scar right here?
Are you familiar with our friend there, sir?
You look so familiar.
I can't smell your hand, but you want to see my neck?
He's kind of looking, and you don't have a scar right on your neck, do you?
No.
He's like, my mistake. You look so familiar. I could have sworn there was I knew someone very similar to that had a scar right there. So
Yes, personal space not a thing around here.
And not.
anyways, yes, please bring it in. And he just kind of walks off and goes into the study and starts pouring a drink.
Can I insight check from my sniffing him?
Sure, give me an insight check.
I have terrible insight though.
What
8.
was that?
11.
11. What were you trying to insight again? What was his motivation?
Yeah, or what the heck was going on here? See.
It's almost as he thought he recognized you. Like he met you before. But because of that scar, he knew a tabaxi that had a scar on his neck. But clearly you don't have a scar on your neck, so it wasn't you.
Got it.
So Muse, after seeing that, goes, "What's going on?" And so yeah,
Yeah.
that was just absolutely weird.
That was
That was a bit uncalled for. That's right.
So, and he kind of avoids you in a way. He just observes you from a distance drinking, leaves the room, kind of comes back, and just making sure. And when you get done, it's going to take you about maybe 2.5 hours to kind of unload it in the area. And he just kind of was like, and eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We're going to go with Mist. Suddenly he tosses a small bag of coins to you. Thank you. Please tell Kappa that next time I order something, please have it on time. But thank you very much. Good day. Bye.
Oh, okay. Thanks. And yeah, we'll let her know. And she walks out. She looks over at Muse. She goes, "I told you people get a tip."
And she's just mouthing that. Like,
I open it up. What's in it?
There is 15 silver. Actually, let me take that back. There is 25 silver.
okay, Muse isn't that pissed off. She's a bit pissed off still, because a goal would have been nice.
Are we supposed to leave the carts here?
No,
back.
you didn't order the cart.
I'm not walking for that long.
I'm not walking for 2 hours. Unless you got a cyclone, you
It would
can
actually be more. Well, at least for you, it'd be more than that. Which is nothing on you. I'm just used to the force. All right. Well. Yep.
Did he say Papa? I'm asking the Mist, I guess. Sorry.
Huh? What's up?
Did he say tell Papa?
Copper.
Copper.
That
He
makes
just-
way
he
more
talks.
sense.
He talks.
He talks weird. He is weird.
Right?
Well, so while we were unloading all that stuff, I do have to ask: was there anything interesting in there? Like perhaps
First room where you were only allowed to go into, not really. It was pretty bare. It was kind of a center area. There seems to have been maybe a platform in the center that a statue could be put on, but there's no statue currently there. The first room is pretty bare, but it's a nice marble floor, and it looks up. There's a stairwell that kind of comes up and to a second floor.
What about glancing into the study that he was in, where he was getting his drinks from?
There's some books. It's definitely a library of some stuff. There's probably a kitchen in the back area where he was getting some additional. There's a nice lounge that was.
Now, what about the stuff? Aside from like ritzy furniture, was there anything unusual looking in there? A crate full of odd-looking potions, something like that?
No, this was all furniture stuff. There were things for like nice wooden planks to be used for paneling on the wall. The ascent, detailing on all the top of the ceilings and the outer. Some nice lamps to be able to put in. Very expensive items. More furniture and things of that nature. So nothing small or anything like that. And most of the stuff is wrapped and kind of not crated, but almost. So it's actually quite easy to slide. And there's wheels and stuff like that to kind of get off, so you can move it in. So you're not actually lifting a lot of it. You're just kind of moving it through things. So as you're making your way, and you know that you have to drop off these 2 wagons back at the mining headquarters, because then you'll get finished paid. But just before you arrive, we're going to go to break, and we'll find out what from there. So thank you everyone for sticking with us. We'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes. Don't go away. Hello, everyone, and we are back. Our crew has successfully docked, delivered, gotten paid, delivered some more stuff, and now they are back to get the rest of their money. As you're moving into the scene parts and opens up as our crew of adventurers move through the village again once more, backtracking the way they came, crossing a bridge and going up back to the Dwarven Mining Company headquarters. And as you move take the carts and you park them outside, Latsu and Violet, because of your passive perceptions is so good, you see over, because it's been a few hours, you see over in the corner on the other side of the headquarters, you hear just this munching of a purple dotted sheep eating grass by the manor. As you pull up.
Yes. Shoot it.
And as you park, there's lots of people, dwarves and everything coming and going. And one of them comes up to you and waves at you and is like, this was for the delivery.
Yeah.
I'll take it from here. Agnes will take, well, you can talk to her about it.
Agatha.
So, and he takes the carts and someone else kind of helps them. They bring it over to a stable and stuff like that. And again, the doorway is open up. You kind of walk in and Agnes, the receptionist, is sitting there and she's writing up some stuff. And she sees you come in and she's like, hello. Did the delivery go well?
It went weird.
Yeah, he's a rather strange person.
I've heard that.
Is it Agatha? Is it Agatha or Agatha?
Agatha.
Agatha?
Because it's Agatha all along.
Okay. Agatha Placko. Okay. She goes, he was about exactly what I thought he was going to be.
Raiders, yay!
Hey, thank you for raiding.
Raiders.
Where were so yeah? So she's like, yes, so I've heard he's a little bit eccentric for being a mage or an alchemist, or I think alchemist be more like he likes to be called. I just heard. Anyways, Miss Copperlax is in a meeting right now, but I have the gold for you for the payment for the rest of the job. And she pulls out a bag and hands it out for whoever would like to grab it.
Yeah, Muse is great. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Muse is already.
Immediately starts counting. Make sure it's 30 gold each.
Yep, exactly 20 additional gold for each of you. So
30.
You're right. I'm sorry, 30. Yes, because you got 20 earlier. Now you got 30.
Muse is already like.
That was a GM math issue. So you got paid 20 plus 30 equals 50, which was the guaranteed. So yeah, so 50, 30 times 5 is 150. So.
Muse is about to burn this whole building. Like, oh, you gonna stiff me $10?
No. Yeah, it's all there. That Jim. So yeah, you're looking and it's all there's. I went and she's. So, Mistress, Miss Goldlax also would like me to let you know that if you are interested in some future work, stop by tomorrow or the next day. She might have some additional jobs for you if you would like.
Okay. Thank you.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Well, have a good day, and I hope to see you again.
Mm-hmm.
You should get rid of the sheep outside. Not with us, but get rid of
The
it.
captain said he's just the luckiest sheep in the world. He's so cute. And he trims the grass, it looks like.
He's a hero,
I heard. I can't believe that story, though. Really?
It's true.
You shouldn't.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
It happened. We saw it.
And his name is Bo Peep. Oh, it's just so cute. Anyways.
I'm gonna go yell at it in primordial.
Can we just kill it?
I'm really thinking about it. Be
We
easier.
did kill other two. It was quite delicious.
Well, okay, but that was for food, and they weren't heroes or purple.
Please don't kill the Bo Peep, Woolly Bo Peep. No, he's good. He's good. Anyways,
Muse is gonna leave her with those. She's gonna actually walk outside and finally have a small conversation with this sheep.
okay.
So
The sheep is just munching down and eating the grass.
And she like squats in front of it, and she goes, let's see what fun thing I could talk to it in. So in Infernal, she goes, so what's your deal?
It's just
why are you here?
Eating away. It kind of after you kind of get really close, it kind of raises its head up and kind of looks at you, just chewing away, and then just goes back down and eating.
Oh, so that's what we're gonna do today? We're just gonna act like you're normal.
Muse, you're talking to a sheep.
Am I though?
I believe so.
Lazuli
You
comes
are.
out. Now we're on the right train. Ducks down, starts talking in primordial. Look here, you little
the sheep
sheep.
just kind of looks at both of you and just starts eating again, and just kind of looks and gets done chewing and just goes, "Bah," and then goes back down and starts eating.
All right,
again.
not primordial, not Sylvan, not infernal.
Not infernal. And so she switches over to giant. I doubt this one was gonna work.
How do
but
we
it's
share
worth a
this many
try.
languages?
It's just eating away, and then when you start speaking to it, it takes a pause and kind of gulps down and bah, bah, and then goes down and starts eating some more.
All right.
All right.
Next
I'm
level, I'm
just
taking
saying.
speak with animals, and we'll settle this.
He goes, okay. I'm gonna ask you one question. Do you want to be with her?
It is just eating.
Do you want to follow her? Do you want to follow her?
Bah.
Do you want to follow?
That
Oh,
sounded like a
okay.
no. Let's leave.
That sounds
Bye.
like a no. I mean, this was your chance, and you bye.
You're here now. Bye. Let's go to the bar.
And
Bar.
as you're leaving, Mist, you turn away as the sheep looks back at you and goes, bah.
Oh. I'm gonna bah back at it. She kind of like looks at it and goes, ah.
And just bah.
Okay.
And then starts eating some
Hughes,
more.
it knows which one of us is the weakest link. It knows.
Does.
I have never supported the sheep, and I never will.
So I say this is the second time we've run into the sheep. So the next time, I just say arrow in the middle of the eyes. It's dinner.
That will be a glorious day when I will drink its blood.
See, the problem is I have the thrill of the hunt, so I'm just like the thrill of figuring it out what it is and then killing it.
I mean, I get that. 'Cause if it's something else that probably won't taste good, I don't want any of that. But
Or if it's a shapeshifter, it might shapeshift into something that can kill all of us.
Yeah, that too.
What if it's like a dragon or something and you guys go to try to kill it and it turns into a dragon and then it eats you?
Yeah,
It doesn't matter if it was metallic or chromatic. We're just dead.
I feel like if you were to break up our lives into little portions that there was roughly 20 of, we're only like 2/20ths of the way through our adventures. That seems a lot. That seems very early to take on whatever this thing could turn into.
Muse looks at Violet and goes, wow, that was very, you have your moments, don't you? That was very
Grandpappy had a saying. Sometimes when I'd say things like this, he'd say, even a broken clock is right twice. Which we don't really have clocks in the swamp, and no one knew what that was or what that meant, but thank you.
Okay. This is more your seed now. We're starting to get back into your seed kind of conversation. Good. I was worried there for a second. So, Bear, in a shower. In a shower. Because
Yeah,
a bath or something.
yeah, all of the
'Cause-
above.
Yeah, because I think we smell like
still-
sheep now.
I smell like
I don't.
seawater and sheep.
We're
Hog
funky.
and vomit.
I was
Oh,
about to say, didn't somebody barf at one
Yeah.
point?
You got
Oh, I
cleaned
barfed on them.
up from that.
That's been 3 or 4 days.
oh. Wait, you threw up, Violet?
Yes, it was glorious.
This is why you
Scared
needed
all
to
of them
leave.
away.
You never left the room. You missed
Yeah.
so much.
I kind of am happy that I did. Because y'all
You meant-
smell,
You
I
missed
envied
so
you.
much and yet so little.
yeah, but y'all do smell a bit sour. So let's go clean you up.
I would love a shower. I would love a shower.
So we head to the tavern.
The wicker goat.
So the,
Wicker goat or wicker sheep? Was it goat or
it is
sheep?
the wicker goat.
Noted.
So just not too far from where you are leaving, the let me double check again.
I think it's this one.
It is right here,
That
right
one?
there.
Oh, it's that
Yeah.
one.
So just down the hill is a very old looking tavern. Probably one of the first buildings built here in the village. It's got a 2-story building. It's got a sleeping quarters for rent in the upper areas. There's a nice large area for dining, and a tavern is in there. A lot of the dwarven miners come here. Some town guards come here. Adventurers come in here as well to drink and relax and different things. But on your way down, there are 2 things you also notice as you're walking down. Just as you get down on the side of the hill, you will actually, no, let me take that back. As you walk into this tavern, it's getting late at night, it's closer to dinner, a little bit past dinner time, hunger. There's a lot of crowd. There's some drinking. There's a lot of individuals that are relaxing and finishing up the dinner. Some people are leaving as you're going in. Some individuals are coming out. Another adventuring party kind of seems to be walked out just before you kind of walked in. About 5 members, and they've been drinking, and they're bringing some more with them as they're leaving. And the atmosphere is very jovial. It's very nice. There's 1 or 2 seats that will sit you in the corner if you'd like to go inside and grab a seat. Anything else that as you're entering into this lit tavern and the music is kind of playing a little bit from someone in a corner?
Is there like a board or anything of, wanted, like criminal type things?
Yes, surprisingly,
or
on the outside and inside, there is a job boards. There's actually quite a few, a lot of stuff. And right when you walk in to the left, there's a big poster boards of different things of, hey, if you're looking for a job, there's this. And if you Roll20 actually has the job boards, you will be able to see if you look into the Roll20. All the job boards that are listed, different jobs that are going on and potential. But as you make your way in, like I said, there's music playing, there's people moving around, there's a lot of drinking and just your typical tavern. You find a table over to the right, empty, just getting cleaned off. There's a waiter there just kind of fishing, cleaning it off. He kind of sees you and it kind of, would you like the seat? A party of 5 here?
Yes.
Yes.
Please come, sit down.
Actually, we also need room and board. Do you have any openings or vacancies?
Yes. Let me double check. How many rooms are you looking at doing? Are you doubling up? We do have, I think we might have a 3 and a 2, or are you looking at 2 and 2 and 1?
same as on the boat? 203?
I'll have a seat. I'll check with the owner and see what we've got available, and I'll be right back. So,
Sounds good.
Are we going to be roommates again? We had so much fun, even though you never left. But okay, that's great.
I mean, of course I did
You were
leave.
never in the room. You were always like flying and being loud.
I wasn't always fine. I'm not loud. I'm just friendly.
Cool.
She gets kind of this like sad look on her face.
No,
Goes back to reading
friendly.
the board.
You're very friendly. You are just also loud. And it's when it's like 3 a.m. and you're using levitate on the front of the boat.
That's
There are
what
a
that
lot of
was.
jobs here. Yeah, it wasn't sirens. It was a siren. It just wasn't like your typical siren.
Oh, okay. So she goes back to looking at the board. She goes, well, I see the ones that I won't be doing. I'm not
I'm
standing.
not a huge fan of. Can't we just talk to the goblins? They're not
there's-
that bad.
There's one right here for Violet. Flowers
one?
needed. Violet likes flowers.
Flowers needed. Which one?
Did you say you liked flowers, Violet?
Yeah, I
We
missed
could-
that one. Where is that?
Yeah, we could go.
I
She
missed
points to the
that
board.
one.
It's underneath
it's
the one
under-
that talks about the troll.
Oh,
Dragon, snap
no.
lilies, ogre's roots, silver vine, and other merchants guild. Top prices
Ooh.
for baskets of the following flowers.
Merchant's Guild, they say, eh?
Mhm.
Hmm.
There's one here. We could go hunt pirates. I do enjoy hunting people, so that will be fun. We should do that.
Always about
Wait.
harming people.
Wait. Never thought I would hear those words leave this
We-
mouth. I need it.
You
Lazuli
you
orders
like hunting people? We need to explore that, miss. I didn't think you were the hunting people type.
Oh yeah, that's what I do for work when I'm not with you guys guarding ships. I find people and I hunt them.
Oh, are you one of those bounty hunter things?
Yeah.
Oh,
Most of the time it's alive. Occasionally they need to be dead, but I mean it just kind of happens. Usually it's not that they need to be dead. Usually they just make it so that
Become
they're
dead?
dead. Yeah, it happens. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. You should give it a go. You meet a lot of really interesting people that you can talk to while you're traveling around, and you have to ask a lot of questions and find information and then capture them.
And that's what you hear. She's like, She's looking at the board. She goes, okay. Somebody needs a crew.
I like this.
The last
Terrace mystery.
one.
Yeah, the terrace mystery. Oh, that was Agatha. We could have asked Agatha about that.
What's Administrator
also-
Agatha? Do we think there's more than one Agatha in town?
Probably not. Also, to be
mean,
completely out in the open, I'm good at hunting monsters. Just
I will be here to patch you up wherever we may go. And while they're all looking at the board, Castrid is just sitting at the table, and he's got he's got a dagger out, and he's like slowly carving his name into the table.
like the other
Well.
15 names that are on the table from everybody else who does the same thing.
So I'm a little concerned about one of them. I need a crew. I need a crew for
Yeah.
a race.
No,
my
they
old
drown.
crew.
Don't keep
What-
reading. They drown.
It says my old crew drowned
Right.
or was lost.
Right. So we ignore that one.
I don't want to do that one.
Exactly.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why I said I don't know
Yeah,
why
that's
you're
the
reading.
vibe.
I don't like being on boats.
I mean, the fact that there's a or, so we don't know exactly what happened to the last group.
Or they
And I don't
care.
feel-
They don't care.
They don't care. Yeah. So there's a level of don't care here that I don't really care for. So I like the terrorist mystery because that sounds kind of intriguing. And then the attention one underneath that seems to be fighting coral.
I
And
saw
I'm
the coral one.
confused.
That's
I'm
interesting.
confused. Because I thought coral just grows. I didn't think you had to fight it.
I'm kind of
no, some
excited
of it-
about. Go ahead.
So, I'm not a huge fan of the water, but I do understand that my sister's into it, and she seemed to think that some coral like to fight back.
Excuse me. Sorry to interrupt. I know. Hi, I'm Carl, your waiter for the evening, and I'm just making sure drinks, standard meat or something else. We'll be waiting. We'll be looking for dinner too. As this
Meat and dinner.
6 foot tall human, very good looking, youthful, very young. He's got short brown hair and just his jovial, hardworking smile. He's kind of covered as like he's been working, waitering and moving tables and everything else. Just but very peppy and like, will do. Everyone else, okay. I'll be right back. Again, I'm Carl, your waiter. If you need anything, just give me a call. I will let you know. And your friend over, and he walks over to Creston. Creston, hello. Your group has already ordered some food and some mead. What would you like? What can I get you?
I am fine, thank you.
You gotta eat something or drink something. Come on. You look like you've had a hard day.
Excuse me, rarest piece of meat that you can serve for him.
Okay, I'll do my best. Thank you. Be right back. And he kind of jots off, and as he's going to the back, he hits another table and starts talking to them and making sure that they're all the food is. And he kind of comes back and goes in the back and.
Lazuli at this point is gonna go sit down with Castron and just be like, "Are you okay?"
It has been a while, and then he just since I've been in a populated area, and you know, and he kind of looks around and just the new beginnings are always kind of hard for me.
I understand, but it's been a while since I've had to remember something like that.
Yeah. But you know, again, if you find anything interesting for us to do, I'm all in.
I think they have a handle on that.
I did a perusing of myself here, and I didn't see anybody who needed any kind of healing or anything. So
I'm sure that will be us when we're done with this.
I'm quite certain.
And while they're having that conversation, I don't know if you hear it, Music's like, so ruins in the sea sounds kind of interesting. Now I'm really looking at it.
It's a mystery and there's a potential treasure hoard.
No, that's why I was like, it's like those other two all bundle up in one, except for one small little catch, the sea part. That part. Like, are they saying there's a door above the sea, or is there a you go in that water thing part and you go down to the door? Like what?
It talks about sea reclamation.
If it requires diving, I do not need to breathe. Just throwing that out there.
I can hold my breath for forever. Literally.
I think it's like they pump water out of the sea and then there's land there.
Is that what they're doing?
I kind of like that.
How else would you reclaim land?
I guess. Sure.
I also feel like it might be suggesting that we reclaim something that was consumed by the sea, as in, as it suggested before, a treasure.
So I think they get like a lot of buckets and get into a line, and they start just scooping the sea.
They probably just have an elemental.
And it's one way to do it.
Magic could also do it. That would probably be more efficient.
Yeah, okay, Lazuli, your thoughts? Because I know you're not really keen on the.
I'm fine with water. It was the boat not touching ground. Like if we're in the water, I can touch ground.
I'm curious
No,
about
it's
this
wet.
one with the tree.
The bogone tree.
It's a tree, and it apparently ripped the roof off of something. That just sounds really neat to see.
To see, but not have happen to you.
I mean,
I don't want the tree ripping off my
well, it
unmentionable.
won't rip.
We could
After
collect
we complete-
snails.
Now, could
No.
we
No.
kill the tree and turn it into swamp wood? Because that's 2 birds, 1 stone.
Or
I think the swamp wood's got to come from the swamp.
Do people
But-
not talk about roofs here?
but if we
Do
were able
people
to,
not talk about
Yeah.
roof?
if we get the tree and we turn that into wood, we could sell it at a premium.
Or I like where you're going with that, and then we could probably take it to that. They said there was that person who builds stuff, and then we can get them to build a desk and sell it to copper lots.
And trees are in forests, and flowers grow in forests, so we could gather the flowers while we're killing the tree.
Being way too efficient at this, just pick something.
Well, I'm gonna pocket the flower
I-
one for sure.
No, I mean,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
grab the
grab
flower
the
list.
ruins one. I'm grab the ruins one off the list.
Okay, the
too.
round one.
And the mystery. She's gonna get the mystery
Terrace
and ruins.
mystery.
Yeah.
And the tree.
All right.
I continue to finish
think
carving
Miss
my
is
name
gonna
into
get the
the
tree.
table.
Okay.
Okay. So when we turn around, you're carving into the table.
Yes.
And then I use Druid Craft to make it smoky. So I can make one harmless sensory effect.
And she goes, "Are the both of you okay?"
I'm fine. I was trying to comfort Castron while I watched y'all have indecisiveness, but you seem to have come to a conclusion.
We came to like 5 conclusions. It's about right.
That's
I mean,
still a conclusion compared to what you were doing.
Right. I mean, we're trying to be efficient, but so
we've been in town one day and increased our wages by like 900%. So I'd say we're on to a pretty good. Yeah.
again, Muse looks at Violet, goes, "Huh." There's that moment of clarity that just comes through once in a while.
Yeah. At this rate, we should be making, I don't know, tracts of land levels of money in no time. I don't know
And
how
then
much
it
land
just
costs either.
goes
So
away just as quickly.
I think in this day and age, no one knows how much land costs.
You just basically, literally, I mean, you just go sit on
just
it.
set
and
up
say,
a
"This is
fence,
mine."
yeah.
Yeah, you just say, "This is mine." We should just fence the whole damn town around. This is ours.
I mean, they started that for us. We could just finish it.
So
So
I've heard of
that's
people
why
moving from like the western side of the country to the eastern side of the country, and they like make a lot of money from selling stuff.
but that's why we could go defeat this thing that rips the roof off of buildings with, if it's a giant tree, we could use the wood to build our fence.
Oh yeah. Actually, we could use the wood to build a house on somebody else's land and to stay there long enough, and then we own it.
and then
I think
we're
that's how that works.
squatters.
Yeah, I think that's how that works, doesn't it?
We're on a frontier. We can find land that's unclaimed.
But yeah, then that way we don't.
I mean,
have
but
to
we don't want to
spend-
be way out of town. We just like, you want
That
to be.
way we don't have to spend any money.
I mean, that's the point. You just build the house. You just leave the house on some land, and they don't come check on it. Now you own it. Squatter's
like-
right.
I like this plan. I'm glad to be a part of it.
Sorry,
Let's
sorry
do
to
it.
interrupt again. My apologies to interrupt your glorious conversation. Here, and then as the waiter puts down the here. Welcome to the Wicker Goat. Again, my name is Carl, your waiter. If you would like anything, please feel. I did check on the rooms for you. We do have we can give you a discount, but we do have 3 only. The 3-person room unfortunately is taken right now, and we only have 2 and 2 and 2. possible. Or excuse me, we have a 1, 2, and 2 rooms. So if that works out, probably with next week they'll be moving out. So if you need to move into a better accommodations, we could do something like that. But for right now, unfortunately, it will be 3. But we will give you a little bit of a discount on that third
Alright.
room.
All right. How do we determine who gets the single?
But before you do that, let me know.
Hey.
I'll have all the keys and everything for you. Besides the food and the meat, will you be? Let's see, what was it? Anything else that I can get for you?
Yes, I would like an empty mug.
I will get that. And your raw meat it is of a fine cut. So beef, if that's okay for you, I was told. And
That's fine.
You're adventurers, right? You just got into town. Oh,
Yeah.
that's so fun. We've been getting so many good new ventures coming into town. I would love to be one, but it just is not in the stars for me. But I'm just trying to make a family and just have a good old time.
I tossed Carl as silver.
What? No, thank you so much. I will be right back with that empty mug, and you have a great day. And you notice he's been doing this the entire time with his hand full of food on another tray.
Oh yeah.
And then he goes two tables down and sets them down and has that conversation, jovial conversation, and they're like all happy with them, and he's talking to them, and clearly he's like the head waiter and almost the only waiter staff here, but he is just this hardworking, jovial, just happy-go-lucky guy.
That
So
poor
he's
man is not
grinding.
getting enough.
So he's grinding on Muse's nerves, essentially.
Life will suddenly break him.
Okay, so
Yep.
Castron gets the single. Is what I just said.
Yep.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes to everything that just was said.
Carl.
Yes.
How do I get a bath? No, how do I get a bath?
How many needs a bath? Okay. We have 2. Yep, no problem. It's 2.
It can be in any order. I just need I need a time to go bathe.
I
That's it.
will 20 minutes. It'll be ready for you in 20 minutes.
There we go.
2 in 20 minutes, an hour for the third. So thank you very much. And he runs and darts upstairs, and he's gone for probably 10 minutes and comes back and it's just all over. So,
You know, Miss, I never thought I'd meet somebody more. What's the word I'm looking for? More you than you.
He is rather lovely, isn't he?
Oh, that's not the word I was going to go for, but sure.
Oh, I think he's great. I think he's fantastic. He's he's just very nice, and he's really good at his job.
He's full of life. Yeah, he's loud. But
Out loud, you have some very sensitive ears. You might want to have that looked at.
yeah. So we pulled a few pieces of paper here,
Mm-hmm.
and we probably should figure out which ones we're going to attack first.
Flower hunting's kind of passive. I'll leave that one to Violet. Though, if you find seeds, I can match them up for
Do you know what any of these flowers are? I just
can
like the flowers. I don't know anything about them.
Can I do like a nature
please,
check?
yeah, nature check, definitely.
I can't.
Which one?
I don't add anything to that, but it's
Oh.
fine.
Well, I can do the one too.
15.
Yeah. You're pretty certain you would be able to recognize these in the wild, and there's
Cool.
swamps to the west of town, and definitely some of those are there. Also, the forest to the northwest of town. They're all in those areas.
Mhm.
Would definitely be able to spot them. No problem at all. They're pretty common in the area.
Oh,
Actually, when Carl comes back, Muse is going to ask, I noticed on one of the sheets there, you have a merchant's guild of some sort around here.
So when Carl comes back, he's like, Here's your empty mug. And that's, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
You had a question. I'm sorry. How can I help you?
Merchant skill.
Merchant's goods. Yeah. Oh, it appears we were missing some papers from there. Oh,
Yeah, they flew away.
yeah.
Merchant skill.
Generally, the adventurers just grab them because they want them. They kind of prefer one per group. So,
Yeah.
anyways,
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah.
Something happened to them. But there was one I passed and I saw the word merchant skill, and I was wondering what's up with that. Like, can you tell me about
my understanding is that the merchant guilds have shops or travel throughout the cities in the area. There's one in Split Rock. There's one in here that kind of comes in. The merchants, they kind of, it's a loosely guild. They're just a organization. So, but
right, who's the head of the merchants guild here?
I don't know really. I'm sorry. I really don't know. I think you'd have to check into town maybe. The owner might, but honestly, I don't know. I'm sorry, I cannot provide you with that information. But and unfortunately, I'm not able to. The best way to search that for you, so I really couldn't help you.
That's
So I
fine.
apologize for any inconvenience that does.
That's fine.
Oh.
I got the note 2 minutes ago,
Okay.
but that's fine.
Perfect.
Thank you.
If there's anything else, your baths will be ready for you in just a minute for the 2, and then an hour later. Again, if you have any Carl, my name. Just wave me up. I'm here all the time. So have a good one. Oh, yeah. And you hear from the Carl. I'm like, yep, I'll be right there. And have a good one. And he runs off. And
I feel
bet
so
he
bad for
literally is
anyone
here
in
all the time.
food service. I think so.
Like, I bet he does not even go home. I bet this is
I don't
his
know
home.
if he sleeps. I think he's just here.
I think he's fantastic. I really like this place. I'm very happy that we
Okay.
came here.
Okay, so it's I think we're gonna narrow it down to 2 because the flower hunting's staying. That's just something easy that we can do while we're running around. So we have
Look at that one be the one where we're gonna get our butts handed to us. Just
well, all the flowers are gonna be magical and they're gonna
we're
explode.
gonna try to eat us. And yeah.
So we have the terrace mystery, the roof killing tree, or ruins in the sea.
Right.
Well, if we do the tree, we can do the flowers at the same time.
If the flowers
Well,
don't,
say the
or the
same
tree
for the-
doesn't fall.
Well, no, because the tree's in town. It's not out in the forest. That's why it's a problem. Is it's in the
Well,
middle
it's
of
at his
somebody's house.
lodge. We don't know his lodge.
Should we have seen it then?
I mean, if there was a tree ripping roofs off, I think we would know about it if it was
We
in
would have
town.
noticed it. Yeah, we would have noticed it.
Yeah,
As
'cause
long
he's
as
over
we
at
make a
Breakwater, which we passed. So we could go talk to him in the morning. For more info. But the Terrace mystery through Agatha. We also talked about going and talking to them tomorrow for more jobs from Goldilocks, Copperlocks,
It's the
whatever.
same
There's,
person.
they have patrolling. It's up on the board.
Well, they
they
have
want-
multiple things.
Oh, yeah, they want their mines patrolled and people found that are lost. And
Yeah,
Mm.
well, let's see. You're paid to hunt people, but usually those people aren't missing people, from my understanding. And I hunt monsters, so that doesn't sound like patrols. And then the terrace mystery just sounded kind of interesting because they're not sure where they got this produce from.
Smuggling
Ruins of the
through
Sea sounds cool, but I think we need a way to breathe underwater.
I can
The
hold my
voices
breath.
in my head are nodding their heads, so yeah.
I can hold my breath so I can find
So
the
that's
entrance.
one, and then the other one can't breathe, so that's 2 of you.
Yes.
Figure we could do that one a little later.
Okay, so now
Use
we
the
are
others to be able to get money to buy things to do the others. You know, that kind of
Yeah.
way.
I'm for that. Now we have the terrace mystery or the roof killing tree.
I mean, okay. hear me out. If it's a tree that's big enough to rip a roof off a house, that means we are here and the tree is here.
I mean, that kind of depends on how big the branches are, but I'm seeing your point.
And do any of it, I mean, I know you heal great, Catherine, but we do not have any healing potions.
We
Where's
have.
What do you think?
I say
So,
we have
it
acquired
sounds like
some money. We could go buy some.
That is correct, but you do not spend all your money in one fell swoop, my friend, unless you have other money coming in. So I feel, and this might not be what everybody wants to do, let's go pick some flowers. And
we go see about
then,
these produce.
and maybe the produce, get the money from that, buy some stuff to go after the tree, get some money from that, and then go into the sea.
At this point, Violet, as you're sitting, your heightened perception of kind of taking in everything that's going around because you're watching and listening to this, you notice someone come into the tavern with this very dirty cloak, this very dirty, ragged clothing, kind of pulls it down. It's clearly an elf with blonde hair, but it looks like the mud in his hair is like just it's all full of mud and it's just dried in there. He's got dirt all over his face, and he's going to tables, and you can hear him spare a copper, spare a gold, spare some change, and he's just kind of making his rounds as you kind of notice this. And you see the owner. You notice also the owner looks at him, and he kind of looks over, and the guy's like, and he doesn't have to say a word. And it's very clear that this is almost a nightly occurrence that he comes in and does this. And he's kind of making his rounds, and eventually makes his rounds to the table to, excuse me, do you have a silver copper spare?
I can do you one better, sir.
Oh.
And then I reach in and I give him one gold coin.
Bless you heart.
You hear that noise from
Oh, you're so kind. Thank you. And he looks over at he's like, I'm going now. He's like, yeah, like this impression of like, I'm going now. Thank you. And he kind of leaves the tavern and, yeah.
The muse turns and just looks at Asher and goes, I know not to argue with you, so I'm not even going to begin. I'm just saying, that's a lot of money you just gave him, and he should be good for the rest of his life, I hope. But that might have been a bit too much to go in one fell swoop. We were going to be here for a while. You could have trickled that in.
You do realize like gold is like 1 day of living, Muse. I don't know how you live, but that's like 1 day.
I mean, look at where we are, though. That's like in the city.
I mean,
here, that might go a little further. They might go a little further.
Maybe like 3 days. I'm not gonna say his whole life.
Well, when you ain't had much.
Maybe he would be creative on how he spends his money, but I'm happy to give. He was clearly looks like he was. This is a regular occurrence where he would be begging, so maybe this will alleviate him for several days. If he's
right. We could also just buy him a plate of food.
So while they've been, maybe arguing is a strong word, but discussing money and this, Violet would like to have slipped away and followed the guy as stealthily as possible.
Give me a stealth check.
As background, where Violet's from, like, elves are very high class, and it's kind of weird to see one that's down on its luck.
Not.
Um,
And it was a what? What was the
It
was
was a blonde elf.
24.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
you know what you pick him up. He has no clue, and
I am the knight.
yeah, you are the knight.
Do we notice Violet?
Nope.
Nope. You're talking.
Okay.
He just slipped away.
Okay.
What you see
Right.
is he goes like a few buildings over, and he's just all excited. He goes kind of to another tavern, or actually, he goes to
And I wouldn't follow him for miles, but like get a general sense of where he's going and what he's about.
Like just to another part of the village and town. He goes up and there's a someone making some selling some mead, some honey drinks, and he gives him the quarter, and he's like grabs like a big tankard full, and he's like, I'm coming back, and just starts drinking. And just drinks it, and he's just slamming it down. And then you see some people are kind of passing by over time, and he finishes that one, and he gets another one, and he basically spends the night sitting in a corner in the outside, just drinking away.
So I would have followed him the whole night. I would have, after about 10 minutes, probably slipped back and probably tried to do it before they even noticed I was gone.
After about watching him, he's just drinking 10 minutes, and you pretty much, you get the impression he's the town drunk. He's the town like down on his luck, and he's just a fixture. And this comes in as just as you were coming back in, there's another group of dwarven miners that were coming in right before you. And they go, Ricky's got his luck back. He's drinking up a storm over there. One of you guys, oh my God. Oh.
We hear that?
Oh yeah, everyone hears that.
I'm just gonna look over and be like, yeah.
So Muse is just gonna look at Kasha and goes, so what have we learned here tonight?
The poor people need help.
Feel compassion for everyone except the dead. They're the lucky ones.
That's also true. But the thing about it is, just giving money sometimes is not the best for that person, you know.
But what I have bought with my coin is valuable information about this individual. And now, if I were to re-encounter them again, I would begin the healing process and try to see if I can rehabilitate them. So it is a
expensive information you just bought, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
But I wish you luck in your endeavors of healing him.
That's what I will do.
Right, but now you got to make that one goal. So you got to do a job, right?
If the opportunity presents itself again, that's what I will do.
Did you want to add something, Violet?
I think there's something more to this elf.
Okay. And you kind of slip
Elves
back
are
in.
Basically magical creatures.
So you kind of slip back in. No one even noticed that you were gone during this time. And Carl comes back and he's kind of rushes, stops for a second. Your baths are ready. They're upstairs. Third door on the left and fourth door on the left. So you two, first two, go up.
Yep.
Can I get? Did he give us the keys to the rooms?
I'm getting them just a moment. When you come back down, they'll be at the bar waiting for you. So yeah.
Yeah. At this point, I take the sirloin that he gave me, and I just take it, and I just kind of go.
Yeah.
And I wring it out into that mug. And just wring out all the blood into that mug.
that is never. I mean, I've seen you do it a few times. It's just never pleasant every single. That just kick. And she kind of goes, okay.
Okay.
And then I just take the husk of meat and I just go, and I just kind of push it off to the side, and then I just kind of.
Okay. The music keeps going. The drinks keep flowing. It's a nice, relaxing evening. The baths are taken to clean up the relaxation. You're giving your rooms, which are kind of nice. They're from an older style building. There's some creaky floors, but it's warm. It's clean. And as you get into your rooms, you get cozy for the first time in what seems like a long time, but only a week. You're sleeping in a somewhat soft bed. It's not moving anymore. It's not rocking back and forth. It's on solid ground. And you're all sitting there in the as the night gets on, and the stars of that you can see through the windows. And that's where we're going to end for tonight, as we conclude the first day in the village. Thank you, everyone, for joining us again. It was wonderful to have you. Let us say, hey, we're going to go around the table and we're going to say, please, who are you? Where can please promote anything that you have? And we're going to go reverse order because, why not? So let's start off with Christian. Who are you? Where can we find you?
Hello, I am Christian Gale. You can find me absolutely nowhere. No, that's not true. You can find me on Twitter as JComplex. I do a lot of actually nothing. I do nothing there. I just like things and read things.
And retweet.
Yeah. And retweet. Yeah, that's what I do. That's my life. But you can find me around the Twitch in people's channels. Many times I help DM or play in a lot of the charity things around. I am also known as the DM who will kill your character in a charity. Yeah, there's a few people here who I have done that to already. But yeah, so you can find me also as one of the cutlasses on our Sea of Thieves run. It's a team of all females, and we are better than the other crew, we will not name. Hopefully none of them are in chat. But yeah, so we are bigger and badder on our boat, the BB. So you can find me on Talon and Claw on Thursday evenings with the other bad cutlasses on our boat on the Sea of Thieves stream. So yeah, that's me.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. Daniel, where can we find you?
Yeah, I'm Daniel. I'm HadrianX on Discord and Hadrian_X on Twitch. You can find me here every other Tuesday. Sunday, you can find me at Big Bearded Nerd doing our season finale for Shadowport Adventures with some DM whose name I forget. That joke never gets old, right?
Never.
And then, yeah, I'm usually in chat and all kinds of channels, most often the Dungeon Run Wednesday nights.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. Brandon, where can we find you?
Yeah. Hi, hello. I'm Brandon, aka Ashenworks, all over the internet as Ashenworks, except on Twitter, Ashen_works. Let's see, tabletop RPG designer working on a new adventure. Fingers crossed, released into this month. So more on that soon. Tomorrow, I'm on Huntsman's Hydra, which is my tabletop RPG channel, where my lovely partner, Mischievous Red, is running a Monster of the Week campaign, and we're having session 1, kind of like this. So that'll be fun. I play essentially a Kingsman. So I got my suit and tie and the nice glasses and everything. So yeah, that, and then this weekend is a charity event to help out our proud punk rock uncle, Punkle Nix, running a couple games. I'm doing like a cyberpunk-esque game on Saturday. Go check out Uncle Nix's Twitter for info on that, I think. Otherwise, I stream on my own channel. I stream on Huntsman Sidra. I'm here. I'm in people's chats. I'm a mod everywhere. I also summon ridiculous monsters for charity games. So if you need that, let me know. I've summoned a Buttercow, a Care Bear Tiamat, and Zerjester's puppet Zero, or Oryx, excuse me, as a demon lord, just to name a few. So
Awesome. Thank you so much. Esterson. Acerson. There we go. Acerson.
Just call me Sin. It's fine.
Aren't you actually missing somebody first?
No.
Yeah, I was going to say, did we
Yeah,
skip
because
that?
I started.
Wait a minute. I'm looking at it
Yeah,
wrong.
Sin.
Justin.
There's a clip. There's a clip of you messing this up. So we know.
He's so back. He's
I feel like this
in the
is a nice
shadows.
way to kind
Yeah,
of close
somebody,
out
we could
the...
re-clip this one.
Justin!
And that's a
Yeah.
nice back-to-back.
Because you know what?
Flipping of this.
I was not looking at the cameras right because I was looking at something else. Justin.
Yeah. Hey, my name is Justin. At Zort1 on Twitter, at Zort2 on Twitch. I really don't have anything else going on right now other than some personal games. They're not streamed or anywhere. But if you are in the market for somebody to be in your game or want to run a game for a channel, let me know. I might be available for you. So yeah, hit me up.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Last but not least, Sin.
Hey, Acer Sin. Yeah, so you can find me here, like everybody else that's here. And tomorrow I'm going to be over on YouTube on Erasmus Expeditions, Evermore La Masquerade. It is a really neat kind of Baroque Three Musketeers type setting D&D campaign that we're running. Love, betrayal, backstabbing, politics, mystery. It's a lot of fun. Good times over there. And then this weekend on Friday night, I will be on Big Bearded Nerds channel for their charity event that they're running. And their charity event that they're running this weekend is to support women's reproductive rights. So we will be doing that. There will be like giveaways. They're doing stuff Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Check that out. And yeah, otherwise my own channel. And I can tell you I'm on Twitter, but I'm never on Twitter. I think I log in like twice every other week to put a bunch of hearts on all my friends' stuff. And then that's pretty much all I do is like other people's stuff. So yeah, other than that, check us out this weekend. Come to Big Bearded Nerds thing. Really important reproductive freedoms for everyone. So that's super, super critical. So
Yes.
that's it.
Thank you. And actually, that was one of the things I was going to bring up is that, yes. And so awesome. So Big Bearded Nerd this weekend, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Lots of fun stuff. And it's for a great, great cause. Also, who am I? I'm Jay, also known as Neopet3. I'm on the socials here and there. As Hayden X was saying, Sunday night is our season finale of Star Wars Shadowport Adventures on Big Bearded Nerd at 7:30 p.m. If you want to get in, it's the last day for our giveaway. We're giving our season 1 finale, or season 2 part 1 finale is next Sunday. Also on Tuesdays, so not next Tuesday, but 2 weeks from, we will have our episode 2 of Legends of Saltmarsh for this group. But tomorrow night, I am running Wednesdays on the Emporium for the Wayward Gamer, or Emporium Wayward Gamer is actually what it is. We are running Saltmarsh Legends, which is set 150 years from now. It is the fraternal twin of this game, I like to call, and with some wonderful players there. So please join us tomorrow. I posted all on the socials. And the spoilers are for information is going to be quite interesting as we continue on through the season. So thank you.
And
Yes.
and maybe have your audio on in the first 20 minutes.
Yes.
this
Yes.
time.
Thank you for that reminder of running producing and GMing. So again, thank you so much for joining us. It was great seeing you. We will be back in 2 weeks. Take care. See ya.